So we are now live on YouTube. Let me get the link. Okay. So you can share the link to other members. There's the link. That was what I was sorting out. So now we can now start. So let me share my screen. We can share basically this screen. So I'll just do a review, a bit of a review on this, on the number system. This is what we looked at with one group last week. So when I talk about the number system, it's very important to note that computers do not understand the decimal numbers that we actually understand. So I hope you can now hear me. I can't shout. I can't shout. You need to add the volume of your phone. Don't expect me to shout for you. Add the volume. Add your own volume on your phone so that you can hear. So I know it's basically there. So okay. So this is where I am. I'll not shout today, so don't expect me to shout and be that. So as I was saying, yeah, last week. And one thing that I need to just take you through about, let me just share my screen again. When you share, I do a whiteboard. So when you're looking at this, basically, and I'll stop at meeting people. You actually share the link. Kindly share the link to the members. I'll try and see whether I don't know whether I can do it on WhatsApp. So share on WhatsApp. Maybe the reps you can share for me on WhatsApp, on the WhatsApp groups. Kindly share that. See, I believe you can hear me. Zoom has a very good way of amplifying voice. If you're not using an earphones, that's where you're having issues. Nunua earphones ama weka earphones zenye nilikuja na simu yako. You can hear me very well if you use your earphones. I believe you can hear me. I believe others who are actually using earphones, you can hear me very well. You can confirm that on the chat. Kindly confirm that. Use your earphones. Use your earphones. Make use of your earphones. I can see who. Can I see? So let me check on my link. Let me check on my link. Let me confirm from the link how audible I am. I'll be able to know from there. Thanks, Job. Yeah, you can hear me as long as you are not in a noisy place, and you are using your earphones. I'm sure you are very audible. So make sure you use your earphones. You can't come and join a meeting as if it's a crusade. This is a class. If it was a crusade, I would have shouted like a preacher. So basically, when I talk about number systems, although I'll be having an issue with using my mouse about number systems. I talked about a number of things, but let me just use text. I think that's much better. Let me just delete this first. Let me delete all that. Let me admit some people, and I'll stop admitting people. I think I've said I'll stop admitting people, and I'm not doing that. Let me see whether I'm here audible first. Okay, let me close that. Let me share my screen. Let me check something on the on the YouTube. Perhaps kindly share the YouTube link to those who are unable to join Zoom. Kindly do that for me. Okay, so let me go on. So let me share my screen. Share. When I share that, kindly confirm that you can see this. You can see number system. Kindly confirm that. You can do that on the chat so that I see. I'll be checking the chat. Okay. Can you see the screen? Let's confirm that you can see. Yes, thank you, Samuel. We can go on. Thanks, Mike. So when we talk about the decimal number system, it's the one that we understand. So it usually follows with what we call a base 10. So here I can do my epic pen. So what about base 10 is, for example, for us, when you're writing number 2, we don't usually put the base 10 there. But when you're doing number systems, you need to do that so that you differentiate it from any other number. Basically, for example, a 3 to base 8 is different from a 3 to base 10. So that is why I usually talk about the bases. So going on, so when I talk about number systems, we usually use what you call, and let me do a whiteboard here. Okay, I can't access the whiteboard. Do that. Do this. So, so I hope you can see this. Let me share my screen. I think maybe I'm sharing. Let me share the whole screen. Thank you. Then where I saw you in a very noisy place. I saw you in a very open place. So don't start saying you're not hearing anything. I know where you are. So make sure you just get to a silent place and get the earphones. Let's go on. So Laser, I said you use your earphones. Where I am, I can shout. I'm not in a room that I can shout or get louder than where I am. So going on, let me do this screen sketchpad. So I hope you can see the sketchpad. So basically what I mean is, if you're having a base 10, we're talking about numbers that run from 0, 1, all the way up to 9. So you have the 10 digits, and all the other numbers is a combination of those. So I talk about base 2. So this one is decimal. Forgive my writing, I'm trying to use my mouse. Then we have the binary. Yeah. So I talk about base 2. We're talking about 0 up to 1. If you're talking about octal, we're talking about base 8. Base 8. And about base 8, basically you mean 0. I think it's worse where I am. was 0, 0, 1, all the way up to 7. Also, when talking about the other one is hexadecimal, usually say base 16. So this is just a review of what we did. So it says 0, 1, all the way up to 15. So sometimes in logic, in computer logic, it's very easy to implement the binary rather than implement the decimal, octal, or even the other number systems most of the time. So it's very important to know how the computer does the conversions of binary to decimal, or decimal to binary, octal to binary, and binary to octal, hexadecimal to binary, and binary to hexadecimal. So the best strategy that we usually use most of the time is a table. So you usually have a table that usually looks like, let me see how will I change this. How will I change this? Okay. Let me just not use that one. So let me just try and draw mine in red. So usually have this kind of a table. So we have that, we have that, that. So we said that most of these number systems are usually what we call positional value systems. Positional value. So the value of a digit is based on where the position that they occupy in the space. So for example, when I talk about decimal, if I've written 5,342. So here we know that we have 10 to power 0, 10 to power 1, 10 to power 2, then 10 to power 3. So that we say we have 2 ones, 4 tens, 3 hundreds, and 5,000, so that it forms that. So usually multiply them. So you say 2 times 10 power 0, 4 times 10, and all that. So these are decimal numbers. So in case you're actually converting back, you're going to be able to see how you can be able to do all that moving forward. So I'll still do a video using the smartboard on decimal number systems, then you'll do a recap on it. And then in case somebody has a question, you'll be able to ask. So that is, this now, for example, now is for decimal. So for binary, so this is for decimal. So if you're talking about binary, you're going to have, like, let's say the same kind of a table. You're going to have that. So you're calling this binary. So type of binary. So let's say binary is a combination of 1 and 0. So let's say if you have 1 0 1 1 1. So the positional value is start from the right going to the left, 2 to power 0, 2 to power 1, 2 to power 2, 2 to power 3, 2 to power 4. So what that means is if you are converting to decimal, you're just going to do this. You're going to take the first one. So you're going to say 1 multiplied by 2 to power 0 plus, so this one you can put it even into brackets, sorry, let me do this first. Okay. Okay. Let me just Oh, sorry. I was muted. Can you? Okay, I'm muted. Sorry, I was not hearing. But you're able. I hope you're able to see what I was actually showing. Were you able to see that? Were you able to see the binary to what? Decimal conversion. Yeah, okay, I'll let people, but there's a reason why I put the YouTube link so that people don't come and just go into the class late. Share that link. I think from there on, I'll not be admitting people into the room this late. So just join on YouTube, follow on YouTube. It's much easier doing that. Also makes the class much better. So somebody is saying no. Let me just see whether I can go back on that. So this was what I was actually doing. I was doing a binary to decimal, and I had given a value, a binary value called written as 10111 to base 2. So I said for you to convert from binary to decimal, you create this kind of a table. We say that binary is a positional value system. So you're going to be having 10111 like that in that table. Then when you're writing the values, you're going to start from the right hand side, 2 to power 0, 2 to power 1. So here, so you have going to have 2 to power 0, 2 to power 1, also going to have 2 to power 2, 2 to power 3, then 2 to power 4. So nizaambia Fredi achukue kamera waende apige LRC ni kutoa hizo equipment kiasi kamera kuziweka hapo alafu napiga endo mwambie yako huko. So sorry about that. Okay, so I was saying it is a positional value system. So you're going to start with 0 here, then you go to 1, then you go to 2, 3, 4. Using the reason why you're using 2 because it is a base 2. You can see it is a base 2. So you only have 2 values, either have a 1 and also either have a 0, right? There. So going on forward, you're going to have 1. So you're going to now, once you multiply, so you can see anything that is here vertically, you multiply, then you add with the one that is. So you multiply this, then you add with the one that multiplication of this, multiplication of that, multiplication of that, that. So you have 1 times 2 to power 0, 1 times 2 to power 2. You're adding them up. 1 times 2, 1 times 2 to power 1, 1 times 2 to power 2, then 0 multiplied by 2 to power 2 to denote this part. Then we have 1 times 2 to power 4. Then when you add them up is 1 plus 2 plus 4, which is denoting plus 0 because anything multiplied by 0 is a 0, plus 16, which results into 23, the decimal equivalent of 10111. So that is how you actually do binary to decimal. I said I'm going to create another video with all the conversions. And I think it will be much better because I'm using the smart board on that case. So I hope we've gotten that. Now, oh, you can see the screen. Okay, let me share the screen again. So, okay. So this is what I was talking about. Thank you. So this is what I was talking about. Let me just see whether I can undo. Maybe it's going to undoing. So this, I'm doing a binary to decimal conversion. So I was actually, let me do another highlight. So you can see I was actually giving you, I've done a lot of dirty work here, but it's okay. I'm thinking you are seeing. But you can see I was actually created a table. So I was actually having 10111 to base 2, but I can start from scratch. You do a pen. So I'm doing binary to decimal, a very simple example so that you can be able to see. First of all, confirm that you can see this. Maybe let me confirm. Can you see that? Can you now see that? Can you now see that? Kennedy, Ekutu. If you say you can't hear me, confirm that you've joined your audio because I believe I'm very, very audible. especially if you use your earphones. Let me see whether you are. And also make sure you're not in in a noisy place, and make sure you have your earphones on. I believe everyone who bought, if you bought even any kind of phone, every kind of phone comes with an earphone. Make your earphones sound. We have Pay One, we have Keep COSC, Keep Talk. I think I'm going to take these people to the waiting room so that they read instructions. Let me take some people to the waiting room so that they read the instructions on how to join. Because these are the same people who are asking to be left in, then they are not joining out this, wasting our time. Some people to the waiting room. So if you haven't joined the audio, I'm taking you to the waiting room. I don't want people who haven't joined the audio. So then they go there and read the instructions there. So yeah, then still we're live on YouTube, so you can still follow on YouTube. So yes, Samuel, yes, thank you. Sorry about that. So let me go on. So I was sharing this on my sketchpad. So here, when talking about binary to decimal, here we are having this. So I'm going to do a very simple example. You're having 1001 to base 2. Let me open my chart. Let me see whether I can just pop out my chart. Let me see if I open my sketchpad. If I can just. Yeah, but I'll try and see. Let me see whether I can open my chart here on Zoom. Let me open on my phone. Let me open on my phone. Let me join again here on my phone. So that I'm able to see your questions. Yeah, so I can now see. I think I've joined that. So I'll be able to see your chats there. Okay, so you can ask any question at the. So let me just. Okay, so you can ask any question. Okay, let me just leave my audio here. Yeah, so let me do that. Let me do this. So when you're having that, you want to convert it to decimal. You need to change that to decimal. There. So when I'm moving that to decimal, basically what you need to do is you create a table. We said it's a positional value system. So we create a table like that. Then I'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. And just even now, even if there are more, I'll still use the ones that I need. Then I'll write 1, 1, 1, 0, 1, which is obviously from that side. Then I'll start with the powers of 2. I'll start with the powers of 2. That is 2 to power 0, 2 to power 1, 2 to power 2, 2 to power 3, and 2 to power 4, like that. So we have 2 to power 0 multiplied by 1 plus 2. So I've actually finished this first part. Then I've gone to this second part. Then I'm going to this 2 to power 2 plus 2 to power 2 multiplied by 1 plus 2 to power 3 multiplied by 0, which obviously you're going to expect as 0. Then the last one is 2 to power 4 plus 1. So that's basically what we're going to get. So this one is going to result into what? This is 1 plus 2 plus 4 plus. So I've done this, I've done that, I've done that. This one is 0 because it is multiplied by 0. Then we have the last one as 16. So all this is going to be 16 plus 4 plus 2 plus 1, which is going to result into 23 to base 10. So that is how you convert binary to decimal. Inversely, for you to convert from decimal to binary, so which is going to be, let's say, a new, so you're going to be doing this binary to decimal. So I can just close this. Let me see, I can do a new sketchpad. Okay, I can copy that, maybe paste it on the chat. Let me admit some people there. So is there something on the chat? Maybe I can check. Okay, if there's any question, you can ask on the chat. I'll be able to check. Okay, so let me just do another sketchpad. Now then I do a new one. So for you to do decimal to binary, I'm just doing a review because I had a number of us who are actually not able to do this, or maybe they were unable to attend because of the collision. So decimal to binary, and decimal to binary, we can be able to just take, we had 23 to base 10. So you want to convert that into what? Base 2. What will it be? So you just take 23. So I'll actually give you the ability to unmute so that we work on it together like we did in the class. So you only unmute if you have an answer. So I'm allowing you to unmute So what is 23 divided? Hello. So I was asking, what is 23 divided by 2? I realized that I was not mute. I was muted. Sorry. I realized that I was muted. So what is 23 divided by 2? I've actually unmuted you. I've given you ability to unmute yourself. So what is 23 divided by 2? Here, what is 23 divided by 2? We're talking about this part here. We're talking about here and here. What is that? What is the 23 divided by 2? Yes, Kennedy. Yes, Kennedy. Yes, Charity Chair, almost there. We are okay. Say 11.5, but I like it in whole number. So you tell me a whole number, then you say how much remains. That's like, let's say if I say 5 divided by 2 is 2 remainder 1. What is 23 divided by 2? That I get whole numbers. It can't be remainder 2. It can only be a remainder 1. Thanks. So
11 remainder 1.
11, yeah.
1.
So we are at 11 remainder 1. Yes, thank you. So going on, Thanks, James, for that. So I'll write here. So I'll write 11, then I'll write the remainder 1. So what is 11 divided by 2? What is
5 remainder 1.
So it becomes 5 remainder 1. What about 5
1.
divided by 2?
2 remainder 1.
Is it 1?
2. Yes, 2 remainder
2
1.
remainder 1.
Yes.
Then what about 2 divided by 2?
1 remainder 0.
Then what about 2 divided by 2?
1 remainder 0.
1 remainder
0.
0. But we need to have a 0 here. So what about 1 divided by 2?
You will get 0 remainder 1.
1 divided by 2?
0 remainder 1.
0.
0 remainder 1.
Then
yes.
Yes. So then we'll actually read. Yes, I'm getting you. Thank you so much, James. So I'm actually reading from the top, from the bottom going up. So we're going to get 1 0 1 1 1 to base 2. So that is basically the binary equivalent for 23 to base 10. So that is how you do decimal to binary. So the same system works for all the other bases, that is the octal, but the only thing is that the basing is different and the position of value, and also for hexadecimal. There's a table that I gave others so that you're supposed to see it. Yes, so yeah. So we go on. There's a table that at the end of it all, once you're able to, you can still consult with me. There's a table that you're going to be able to. Kindly mute yourself if you're not speaking. So there's a table that has, let's say, binary. Okay, let's start with decimal, which you understand. We have decimal. Then we have binary. Then we have octal. I'm not writing it in full. Then we have hexadecimal. So the table would look like this, like that, and like that, and like that. So we have 0, 1, 2, 3, all the way up to 15. So you write the binary equivalent for it. So you can write it in 4. So this is what you need to do as part of what I would like you to do. So obviously that one is 0, 0, 0. This one is 0, 0, 0, 1. So you convert them. Then you also get the hexadecimal, the octal equivalent of it. I think this one is still going to be 1 and 2 and all that. Then the hexadecimal. So you can fill up this table so that you fill them all up by doing the conversions. But in any case, I'll still provide a video that explains this all. So unless there's any question with regards to what we just done with regards to the binary binary to decimal equivalent, I'd like to move to something else. Kindly. Any question? Any question? Is there a question? So let me check the chat. Thank you, I saw that. So let me log in. Let me log in to the e-learning portal. So I'd really wanted us to look at maybe, let's say, the computer security and also something of that sort. So let me just check. So I'm going to these. Also, something else that I've actually noted that is very important for us to check is the submissions. It's very, very important that you submit your online. When you're saying the YouTube is there. The YouTube is there. The YouTube is there. So this is the YouTube link and it's still there. I'm very sure. Because if you check on it, it should be running. So that we have that. Beginning nothing. Hii hapa umejaza sasa na ukupea hapa assign hapa. Mimi Gustav. Oh. Okay. It's loading. I'm just showing the YouTube that is loading.
That's what I'm here.
Tutapewa siku ya kusign up.
Hey.
Kwani una nini mara mbili? So you can see it's loading for those who are saying it.
Albert anakudanganya.
Let's go on doing something here, and also mute yourself if you're not speaking. That is what actually, I don't want to start muting people and messing them up. So I was saying this, when you open the, I'd like us to ask a question. So you can say the submission area accepts only 4 files. What if you have which submission area wrong? Just tell me which submission area I'll be able to check. Is it the practicals? Okay, so let me just check. So it's very important. You can see that right now, what I really want is actually should not have submitted anything. Let me just check because you need to finish up with PowerPoint first before you. That just came here, so I'll check. So for example, this person, they have not completed. I can see all these. If let me just check on submitted. Just check on submitted. So that I confirm. Follow up on only submitted values. Let me see the chart. Hello. So sorry about that. I think I lost my connection a bit. So I'm back. So I was saying when I'm here, share my screen. Share the screen. Hope you can see this. Let me go to submitted. So as I was saying, you should not have already submitted any practicals by now. You should actually continue working on them and uploading them, and do not submit until you're finishing with all of them. So make sure you work on that. Then the other thing, on other assignments, I'll be able to give a list of those who have not submitted, and those lists, I'm not going to give them a mark for their cut. I'm not going to give them a mark for their assignments. So even if they decide to go and to do the exam will not help them if they have not finished my assignments. So don't think that you're going to just go underground and come and do exams. I'll not even allow you to sit the exam. I'll have a list of those who have done my assignments and who have done the cut. So if you haven't done those two, you can defer the unit to another semester where you are ready to do some work. So let's be serious with that. I'll be very serious and I'll be very tough on people because people are actually making not serious. They're not serious. And I'll show them how serious this thing is. So like you can see here, I have like 152 people, 152 people who have not submitted assignment one, who have not submitted assignment one. If you are part of those 152 people, you better start looking for me. You better start looking for me. I'll see whether I can get that list and share. You can see these are people who have not submitted. So let me just see. I'm able to check those and I'll actually share. So I'll check. Let me check. Submitted options. Here I can be able to see if I can do an Excel. Okay, I can do a grid sheet. Here I can do a grid. So very important to submit my assignments so that I'll be able to grade you. So I'll be able to do some grading here. Let's see if I can download. Okay, so you can see I'll be able to get all these. Download. So I'll be able to check on this. Something from here. It's very important to submit an assignment. So let me just check. So I'll be able to use this to mark all the me, and I'll be able to check those who are not submitted, and I'll check on that. So very important that you actually ensure that you have actually submitted you've submitted your assignment. So those are, there are some 152 people did not do assignment 1. If I check assignment 2, assignment 2, assignment 2 submission. You see these are people who are actually a bit more active. I can see I have 122 people. 122 people who haven't done assignment 2. I'm missing mark is a very bad thing in your course. You're not going to be able to do so. Make sure you're part of those who have actually submitted. If you haven't done so, look on it so that you're able to access. Any question on that? Any question on that? Any question regarding to assignment submission? Okay, so just to also say we're going to have another class to finish up the other parts, which is on virus. We're going to look at virus, what are computer viruses, which are going to look at all this. Just make sure you go through that. Then the other thing you're also going to look at, just to complete, to be home and dry. We're also going to look at internet and email, which are a bit more conversant, and also going to look at computer network. So you already say you have done with number systems. You can also check on this here. So we're going to finish up with this topic, and this topic. So I think I also gave some printout on the WhatsApp group. So make sure you do that. Yes, Daniel, practicals need to be submitted. You can see there's a practical submission area. You must submit your practicals. It's not something you're doing for me. Then for those who are asking, when I talk about that submission, for example, let's say it's don't have one here. Just show you something here. So I've just given you an assignment on PowerPoint. I've given you these four, all of these. So make sure you actually come and check lab 1, lab 2, and lab 3. And also you're going to submit these 3. So I'm expecting you're going to submit these. Also, I'm expecting lab 2 of Word, lab 4, and lab 6 of this. And I'm also expecting in Excel, I'm expecting lab 1 and lab 2. So those are the assignments. So I'll repeat again. I expect lab 2, lab 4. In terms of practical, that is lab 6. And I also expect to have Excel lab 1 and Excel lab 2. And also PowerPoint lab 1, PowerPoint lab 2, and PowerPoint lab 3. This part is just to show you the importance of knowing how to do presentations. Importance of presentation. So it's very important to see that. So there's nothing much that I would actually need and require from you. It's just important that you look through, and there are so many other things that are there within these IT controls. So I'll still give you this so that you can be able to see where you can just say in the chat. Let's share this on the chat. Just share that on the chat. So that is where you can be able to access most of the things. So make sure you check those of the labs. So I've just said I'm expecting PowerPoint labs 1 to 3. I'm also expecting Word labs 2, 4, and 6. And I'm also expecting Excel lab 1 and 2. So make sure you do them at your own pace, and make sure you know that I think I sent out a message. This one I'm expecting, there's a deadline for it, and also the printers and assignments. Printers and assignment lab. Printers and assignment. Printers and booting assignment is due this Monday. So I don't want people to come looking for me on Tuesday saying they have not submitted. It is due on Monday. It's due on Monday 7th. Monday 7th. There. So it is due then. And also for the practicals, I'll be closing the submission on Saturday the 12th. So practical submission is due on January Day, that is Saturday 12th December 2020. So I hope everything is now clear. You can follow up on that, and make sure you follow up on those. I think I can copy this. And I can just do it in Word. Just show you that what I've just said. Just to finish up, so that you finish up. So this is what I've just said. I've just said that. That is where you can access. I've also said in the chat. You can access the labs that I'm expecting to see is PowerPoint labs 1 to 3. It's going to work. PowerPoint labs 1 to 3. Word labs 2, 4, and 6. I'm also expecting Excel Lab 1 and 2. I'm also expecting to have all these due on Saturday, 12th December 2020. Then for printers and booting assignment, I expect it to be due on Monday, 7th December 2020. I'll be marking your nini by this Saturday. You'll get your grades. So assignment 1 and 2 grades to be received by Saturday. By Saturday 5th. Which is COSC 3 practical submissions. So that one is very important to me. PowerPoint, those are the ones that I expect. So these ones are the ones that I expect. And printers and booting. Expect them there. Then you'll be able to receive the assignment 1 and 2 grades. And about grades is the marks. Grades are basically the marks. So any questions so far? Any question with regards to that as I finish up the class? Any questions? Any other question? Okay. So if there's no question, we'll also have the next class. So still continue doing your practicals as per the schedule. Practicals as per your schedule, as per your scheduled time. And in time the computer labs are free. So then the other thing that is important is next class will be on Friday 5 p.m. I'll check on that. We'll confirm with the reps that it will be on Friday. We'll check on the time. You can either do early morning or late evening. It'll be on Friday. Yes, Friday 4th December 2020. Still it will be online. So unless there's any other question, I think that's that. I'll share these documents. So I'll call it COSC 3 assignment. Then I'll share announcements. Then I'll share with you on your WhatsApp group. So thanks so much for coming for the class. It has been a nice class. For those who have been able to follow on YouTube, that is also fine. Also share the YouTube link. I'll still copy that link, copy streaming link to today's class. That. So I think this there's anything else, allow me to stop my share and leave it at that. And unless there's any question as we finish. Has anyone with a question? Is there anyone with a question? Anyone with a question? Any queries? Job, Daniel, Samuel, Kennedy, Albert, Shibonje, Kalia. Anyone with a question? Anyone with a query before you close the class? If there's no other queries, I'll stop.